Hello students, welcome to class 12th of accountancy. Today we are going to do chapter number 3rd, change in profit sharing ratio among the existing partners. In this, today our topic will be revaluation account. This is one of the most important topic of partnership. Right from reconstitution of partnership firm, that is change in profit sharing ratio, admission of a partner, retirement or death of a partner, amalgamation of a partnership firm, we are needed to prepare revaluation account. So this is very important topic. Let us see what is revaluation account. Accounting for revaluation of assets and liabilities when there is change in the profit sharing ratio of existing partners. Assets and liabilities of a firm must also be revalued at the time of change in profit sharing ratio of existing partners. So whenever there is change in profit sharing ratio in existing partners, assets and liabilities of the firm must also be revalued. The reason is that the realizable or actual value of assets and liabilities may be different from those shown in the balance sheet. So the reason behind it is that the realizable or actual value of the assets or liabilities may be different from the balance sheet which is shown. It is possible that there with the passage of time some of the assets might have appreciated in value while the value of certain other assets might have decreased. So there is possibility that some assets may increase, some may decrease, or some liabilities may increase or decrease, and no record has been made for such changes in the books of accounts. Revaluation of assets and liabilities become necessary because the change in the value of asset and liability belongs to the period prior to change in profit sharing ratio and hence must be shared by the partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Why is it necessary? Why is it necessary to prepare revaluation account? Is this necessary because all the changes which have been made or done in assets and liabilities, they are of prior time, prior period before the profit sharing ratio change. So it is concerned with all the old partners. So it should be shared among old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Let us see some journal entries which we can pass in revaluation account. First, for decrease in the value of asset. If your value of asset is decreasing, for example, in your balance sheet, your building is showing 1 lakh rupees. Your building is showing 1 lakh rupees. But at the time of revaluation, now it is showing 90,000 rupees. It means it is decreased by 10,000 rupees. So what will be the journal entry? Journal entry will be revaluation account debit to assets account. In place of asset, the name of asset will be there. It means if building is decreased, we will write revaluation account debit to building and the amount we will write 10,000 rupees. Second, for increase in the value of asset, if any asset is increasing, for example, your building was of 1 lakh rupees, now your building is of 1 lakh 10,000 rupees after revaluation done. So your building is increased by 10,000. Your journal entry will be assets account debit to revaluation account. In place of asset, you will write the name of the asset, that is building. So building account debit to revaluation account. Amount will be 10,000 because the difference between two amount is 10,000 and the building is increased by 10,000. Third, for increase in the value of liability. When there is any increase in the value of liability, for example, your creditors, your balance sheet is showing the creditors amount rupees 10,000 rupees, and now it is increased in the value of liability. Now after revaluation it is showing 11,000 rupees. So the journal entry will be revaluation account debit to liability. In place of liability we will write creditor, revaluation account debit to creditors, and the amount will be 1,000 rupees, the difference. Fourth, for decrease in the value of liabilities, if there is any kind of decrease in the value of liability, For example, creditors were there and the amount of creditors in the balance sheet was 10,000 rupees, and after revaluation it is showing 9,000 rupees. So there is 1000 rupees decrease in the value of creditors, that is liability. So journal entry will be liabilities account debit to revaluation account. In place of liability we will write creditor. So the journal entry will be creditors account DR to revaluation account, and the amount will be 1000 rupees. Like this we will generalize these transactions. Now let us see if there is any profit or loss in revaluation account. So if there is profit, when revaluation account shows profit, the journal entry will be revaluation account DR to partners capital account. Partners capital means if there are three partners A, B and C, we will write 2A's capital, 2B's capital and 2C's capital. And if there is any kind of loss in revaluation account, we will write partners capital account debit to revaluation account. Like this we will generalize the profit and loss which will be there in revaluation account. Because this profit and loss is shared among the partners in their profit sharing ratio, that's why we are transferring it to capital account if the capital is fluctuating. But if the capital is fixed, in place of capital account we will write current account. Let us see the format of revaluation account given below. This format of revaluation account is very important, because by this format only we will be able to prepare revaluation account. Let us see how this performer is prepared. So there are two sides, debit side and credit side, debit side and credit side in revaluation account, and the format is particular amount. Now what we will write on credit side and what we will write on debit side? Any kind of profit will be credited and any kind of loss will be debited. With the profit there will be incomes also, and with the loss there will be expenses also. So all the profits and incomes will be credited and all the losses and expenses will be debited. And what will be the incomes or profits? When there is increase in value of asset, so we will write the difference, whatever the increase is there. Okay, so increase in the value of asset will be credited, decrease in the value of liability will be credited. If there is any kind of unrecorded asset which was not recorded in your balance sheet and now it is find that there is some kind of asset, then we will write it on credit side. Now what will be debited? Any decrease in the value of asset will be debited, any increase in the value of liability will be debited, and if there is any kind of unrecorded liability which is recognized now, it will be debited. After doing debit and credit, we will find out the balance. If the balance is of credit side, it will be considered as loss and we will transfer it to partners capital account. And if the balance is debited, if the balance is of debit side, it means it is profit, and again we will transfer it to partners capital account. So whether there will be loss or profit, both cannot be there. So if the balance is of debit side, it will be profit, and if the balance is of credit side, it will be considered as loss. Let us solve one question so that we can make this concept more clear. You can see the question is there. A, B and C are partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 3:2. It means 3/8, 3/8 and 2/8. The balance sheet is as follows. This is the balance sheet. Liabilities are there, assets are there. Partners decided that with effect from 1st April 2019, they would share profit and loss in the ratio of 4:3. Now the partners had decided that they will change the profit sharing ratio, and they will the profit sharing ratio will be 4:3:2. It means 4/9, 3/9 and 2/9. And on the same date there is change in some assets and liabilities of the firm. Now first change is stock is valued at 1,10,000. So stock is valued at 1,10,000 rupees. Now we will see what was the stock previously. It was 1,20,000 rupees and now it is 1,10,000 rupees. It means it is decreasing by 10,000 rupees. So whenever there is any decrease in asset, it will be considered as loss of the firm. It will be debited in revaluation account because it is a loss. So if you can see, stock is debited by 10,000 rupees in revaluation account. Now the second is machinery is to be depreciated by 10%. Depreciation is our loss. So the machine value was 1,59,000. So 10% depreciation will be 15,900 rupees. It will also be debited because it is also loss for the firm. So to machinery 15,900. So all the expenses and losses are debited and all the incomes and profits are credited. Let us see the third one. Provision for doubtful debt is to be made on debtors 5%. So debtors amount is 44,000. So if you will calculate 5%, the amount will be 2200. So 2200 is the provision for doubtful debt, and as you all know that the provision for doubtful debt is considered as loss of the firm, so it will also be debited. See, to provision for doubtful debt 2200 will be debited in revaluation account. Let us see the next. Building to be appreciated by 20%. Now the building is appreciating by 20%. The amount of the building is 2 lakh rupees. So if the amount is of 2 lakh and it is appreciating by 20%, it means the appreciation is profit for the firm. So the 20% of 2 lakh, that is 40,000, will be credited in revaluation account. Let us see the next. Next is a liability for 2500 included in sundry creditors is not likely to arise. So one liability was there of 2500 of sundry creditors, that is of liability sundry creditors is not likely to be arise. इसका मतलब होता है कोई एक liability ऐसी है जो सामने वाला हमसे पैसे नहीं लेगा. अगर वो हमसे पैसे नहीं ले रहा है 2500, so it will be considered as profit of the firm because now we do not have to pay the amount. So the creditors will be credited by 2500. Now all the transactions are over. What we'll do, we'll add this amount and we'll add this amount and we'll subtract both the amounts to find the balance. When we find our balance, what we'll do, our balance will be divided among partners in their old profit sharing ratio, that is 3/8, 3/8 and 2/8. So whatever the balance was, it is distributed among 3 partners by 3/8, 3/8 and 2/8 ratio, and it is considered as profit because the balance is of debit side. Once again, if there is any kind of profit or income in the firm, it will be credited. Any kind of loss or expenses will be debited. Then we will find out the balance, and the balance will be distributed among partners in their old profit sharing ratio. And if the balance is of debit side, it will be considered as profit, and if the balance is of credit side, it will be considered as loss, and the profit or loss both will be divided among partners in their profit sharing ratio, old profit sharing ratio. Okay, let us solve one more question, and in this question what we'll do, we'll prepare revaluation account as well as we'll prepare partners capital account, and we will see how we have to prepare balance sheet of the firm. Ashok, Beam and Chetan were partners in the firm, sharing profit in the ratio of 3:1, that is 3/6, 2/6 and 1/6. The balance sheet as at 31st March 2015 was as follows. So this is your balance sheet, and this balance sheet some liabilities are there and some assets are there, that are old assets and old liabilities can be said. Then Ashok, Beam and Chetan decided to share profit equally, that is from 1st April 2015. For that, these changes had been done. First is goodwill of the firm is to be valued at 3 lakh. This goodwill will be used for capital account only. It will not be used for revaluation account. And land be revalued at 1,60,000 and the building by 6% appreciation hoga. Now see, the land be revalued by 1,60,000, and what was the value of land? It was 1 lakh. It means there will be increase of 60,000 in land. What will do? Land will be credited by 60,000 because it is a profit. Increase in the value of asset is considered as profit. Now the building we depreciate by 6%, and what was the amount of building? 1 lakh. So 6% depreciation will be there. It means 6,000 depreciation will be there, and the depreciation will be debited because it is loss of the firm. Next, creditors of 12,000 were not likely to be claimed and hence be written off. Now so 12,000 creditors will not likely to be claimed, they will not claim, so we have to write off them. It means it will be considered as profit because creditors ऐसे 12,000 के जो उनसे पैसा नहीं लेंगे, so it will be considered as profit of the firm. Okay, so we will, what we will do, we will credited them, creditors total 12,000. Now we will add this amount, subtract from this amount, and we will have our balance. The balance is on debit side, it will be considered as profit and it will be divided among the partners in their old profit sharing ratio. And what was the old profit sharing ratio? It is 3:2:1. It means 3/6, 2/6 and 1/6. So it will be divided among partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Now this was the revaluation account, how we had prepared revaluation account. Now we will see how we have to prepare capital account of the firm. So for preparing capital account of the firm, first of all you have to look in your balance sheet, what are the things which will be transferred from a balance sheet. Any kind of reserves or any kind of fund, if it is there in your balance sheet, it will be transferred to capital account. Now any kind of liability is there, it means reserve and fund is on liability side, it will be transferred in credit side of the balance sheet, and whatever the amount is there, it will be divided among old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Like this we will do. By general reserve 30,000, 20,000 and 10,000. Total general reserve was 60,000. Now it is divided among partners in their old profit sharing ratio, that is 3:2:1. So 30,000, 20,000 and 10,000. Second thing, the capital is there in your balance sheet, it will also be transferred in capital account by balance BD 2 lakh, 1 lakh and 50,000. So capital will be transferred, general reserve will be distributed among partners and their old profit sharing ratio. Now next thing what we will do, the revaluation profit or loss. Profit will be on credit side and loss will be on transferred on debit side. So here we are having profit, it will be transferred to credit side by revaluation account 33,000, 22,000 and 11,000. So the old capital, general reserve or any kind of reserve or fund will, if it is there, it will be distributed among partners in their old profit sharing ratio, and the revaluation account profit will be credited and loss will be debited. Now what we will do, we will calculate gaining and sacrificing ratio so that we can distribute this amount of goodwill among partners. Now old ratio is 3:2:1, it means 3/6, 2/6 and 1/6, and the new ratio is equal, it means 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. We had already done this kind of questions in which we are calculating gaining and sacrificing ratio. So 1/6 will be the sacrificing ratio, 0/6 it means no gain no sacrifice, and minus 1/6 it means -1/6 means he will gain. So Ashok will sacrifice 1/6 share and Chetan will gain 1/6 share, and Bhim will be on a safer side, he will have no gain or no sacrifice. So 1/6 is gained by Chetan and sacrificed by Ashok. Now what we will do, we will multiply goodwill amount with 1/6. So amount will be of 50,000 rupees. Now this 50,000 will be adjusted in capital account. How we will write? By Chetan's capital 50,000, because he was gaining, and any partner if it is gaining, he will be giving the amount to the sacrificing partner. So we will write by Chetan's capital and we will write 50,000 in Ashok's column, because Ashok will get the amount. Now why we are giving it to Ashok? Because he is sacrificing. If any partner is sacrificing any kind of ratio, now then he will be eligible to get goodwill amount from the partner, and when he will get goodwill amount from the partner, it will be on credit side of the sacrificing partner and it will be on debit side of gaining partner. So we will write to Ashok's capital 50,000 on debit side and by Chetan's capital on credit side in Ashok's column. Okay, now at the end what we will do, the same thing what we had done in previous chapters. We will find out the balance of the amount, and so we will calculate the balance. How we will calculate the balance? We will add these all amounts of Ashok's side and we subtract it from debit side of Ashok. There is 0 amount in debit side of Ashok, so whatever the added amount will be, it will be considered as balance. Same will be done by Bhim, we will add this amount, we will have 1,42,000. No subtraction is there, so the balance will be 1,42,000. Same we will do with Chetan, we will add this amount, the total is 71,000, and here we are having 50,000. 71,000 minus 50,000, the balance will be 21,000. So like this we will calculate balance in capital account. Now we'll see how we will prepare the balance sheet of new balance sheet actually of the firm. So we are already having this balance sheet in our question. Some changes will be there. If any amount is changing, it will be changed. If it is not changing, it will not be changed. For example, capital will be changed because we had prepared capital account, so we are having new capital. General reserve is already distributed in capital account, so it will be subtracted from there, removed from your balance sheet. Bills payable, there was nothing about bills payable in revaluation side, so the amount will be same, that is 40,000. Creditors will be changed because there was 12,000 creditors which was not likely to be claimed, so it will be changed. So 1 lakh minus 12,000, 88,000 will be the new creditor. Land will be changed because it is revalued. Building will be changed because it is depreciated. Plant, stock, debtors and bank will not be changed because there is no revaluation of these assets in the question. Let us see. So what we will do, first creditors will be of 88,000 because it was on 1 lakh, 12,000 was not likely to be claimed. Bills payable will not be changed. New capital will be there. New capital means this capital which we had prepared, the balance will be there. And general reserve already distributed in capital account, so it will not be written in new balance sheet. Now if you can see, bank, debtor, stock and plant, these amounts will not change because there was no change in these assets. There was only change in land and building. New amount of building land is of 1,60,000, and after depreciating the building, the amount is of 94,000. So like this we will prepare our balance sheet. जो भी changes हो रहे हैं वो changes करेंगे उस assets या liabilities में, जो changes नहीं हो रहे हैं उनको वैसा का वैसा ही हमको रखना है, because there was no decrease or increase in the value of asset or liability. Okay, so students, today we had done revaluation account, one of the most important topic. Along with revaluation account, we had done general entries of revaluation account, as well as we had prepared capital account and balance sheet with revaluation account. Thank you.